The text solution to this video is available on videogcse.com. Question 1. Sam's mathematics lesson is in the afternoon. The clock shows the time when the lesson starts. 1a. Write down the time shown on the clock. Pause here, attempt the question, unpause to check your answer. If you get stuck, unpause, watch as much as you need to complete the question, repause, complete the question and unpause to check your answer. An important word is in the question, afternoon. It says the clock shows when the lesson starts, and write down the time shown on the clock. So it's asking you to write down the time that is being shown on this clock, and it's telling you that it's in the afternoon. An important thing to see right away, an important thing that you need to know is the difference between the hour hand and the minute hand. The hour hand denotes how many hours have passed and is the shorter hand, the shorter arrow. The minute hand is the longer arrow, and that shows how many minutes have passed. We can see that the hour hand is in between 2 and 3. So it's after 2 o'clock and before 3 o'clock. We can see that the minute hand is at 9. We know that if the minute hand is at 9, that means that 45 minutes have passed in this hour, and there's 15 more minutes to go until the next hour, because each one of these gaps from 12 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3 denotes 5 minutes. So if the minute hand goes from 12 to 1, 5 minutes have passed. From 1 to 2, another 5 minutes have passed, and so on. So you can tell this if you want. You can just count, and starting from 12, which is when the hour starts, and counting 5 at each stop. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, which is where we are at 9. A quicker way would be to, if you knew that to break the clock up into quarters of hours, that there are 4 quarters in an hour, and because there are 60 minutes, then that means that each quarter of an hour must have 15 minutes in it. And we can see 5, 10, 15. So every quarter of an hour is 3. You have to pass through 3 numbers. So you could say 15, 30, 45. So 45 minutes have gone, and we can see that there's 1 quarter of an hour to go. So there are a few different ways that we can write down time. I'm going to write it down in the digital format. We've said that we've passed 2, but we haven't yet reached 3 o'clock. So I'm going to write down 2 because it isn't 3 o'clock yet. Then I'm going to put a colon to break up the hours and minutes. And next, how many minutes have passed. And then write, well, 45 minutes have passed, we said. So 2:45. Don't forget that you have to write if it's AM or PM. And if we look at the question, we can see that this is in the afternoon. So we know that it isn't 2:45 AM at night. We know that it's 2:45 PM. So we have written down the hours. It's after 2 but before 3. And so it's 2, and we've written down the minutes. 45 minutes have passed in this hour, so I've written down 45. Let's check the answer scheme to see if we've answered this question correctly. Question 1, part A, 2:45 PM, and that's worth 1 mark. The next part of this question is available on videogcse.com.